Live streaming is
Live
on.
streaming is on.
All right, great. Thanks, everybody. We got a smaller session today, but that never stopped us. I remember on the day before Diwali, we had a similar three or four people a couple of years ago, but we still did it. So in fact, sometimes a more intimate session is better for poetry. Uh, it's an open mic session, and we are delighted to welcome Jasbir and her brother. What's your name, sir? I missed your
It's
name.
Puru, Puru.
Puru. Okay. Puru. Okay. And they're from Toronto. Julian's from Malaysia, and I'm from India. So this is a very unique setup we
Yes.
have today from
I think you can
from
draw
three
a
different
triangle, I
countries.
guess.
Yeah. Okay. I want to give the first call to Julian because it's pretty late out there.
No,
It
it's quite
should be
early.
nearing.
Quite early for
For you,
me.
okay, I'm a little sensitive for Malaysia because they are behind India, or
Right.
rather ahead of India. Sorry.
Mm.
Uh,
It's
Julian, you wanna take it
9:50.
away?
Yeah, sure. I have a poem called "Unlike Our Mothers." I don't think I've read this yet. Still waiting for it to get published. Send it out. I mean, nobody's publishing.
Okay, yeah.
Did I send it to you? I can't even remember.
Yeah, for the book.
Yeah. So it's called "Unlike Our Mothers." So just one explanation. Kinokuniya is a major bookstore here where you go to get especially your poetry or literature books. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in the first line. Okay. Unlike our mothers, I'm at Kinokuniya after a long while since the lockdown. The welcome scent of fresh new soft covers permeating through my double mask, triggering memories of homes past. Number 18 Freeman Road. The bookshelf with the Encyclopedia Britannica with gold lettering and the set of children's classics Black Beauty, Tom Sawyer, Robin Hood, King Arthur, a young mind seeded with knowledge, heroes, and adventure. And of you, cooking curry over the stove, how you handled the pot and served it without flinching, your calloused hands unscathed from the heat, like it was some kind of superpower. Unlike me this morning, pulling the coffee from the microwave and yelping like a stepped on puppy, almost flipping the mug over and blowing my fingers as if it would help. How soft I've become in adulthood, so unrepresentative of your DNA, your tenacity, your resilience, the innate ability to get through tough times. Your generation was made of sterner stuff. My generation applauds from apartment balconies for those in ICU, then waddles back to get our eternal fix from the MCU. For what is a pandemic compared to surviving World War II? Or motherhood for 65 years? The heroics of the many in place of the few. I scan the spines of books, hoping to grow a backbone from all this reading. A wannabe writer, cooking up stories lacking the same spice. My clumsy hands often hidden in company, stewing in pockets, fingers emerging only to type me poetry on padded keys, documenting your hands, thumbprints singed off, palms toughened from cradling the world, holding on to hearts long after the skating.
Mm,
Too good. Very
lovely.
nice.
That is an ode to a mother. What's
Yeah.
well,
Thank
what's the
you.
title of the poem?
Unlike our mothers.
So from spines to backbone.
Yeah,
Very
you
nice.
could just
Excellent,
call it.
I would say.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julian.
Very good.
Brilliant stuff. We always have, one of the easier things to write poems about, not easier, but a common theme to write poems about is always mothers, fathers, and lovers. You know,
Right.
that always
The
that
heart.
always hits everybody.
And the heart.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
even
that's
he
right.
writes, I remember he'd written such an amusing poem. Can you read that?
No.
Get it? Come on. That you met a girl. That
I'll have to fish for it.
Yeah, yeah.
get it.
No, no, no.
Come on. He's really good, with words and thoughts and all of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's we kind of I discovered poetry late in life, although I suppose it must be hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
But I've always called myself a bathroom poet. I don't like sitting around in the open. But now
Next.
and then, the urge breaks through. Uh, right, Puru, if you can hunt for it, that's fine.
Okay.
Otherwise,
like
uh,
Rajiv says, from
yeah,
your back pocket, sort of.
yeah, I always say
Yeah.
that we sometimes we have 10 or 15 people. In fact, on onlines we used to have 25 people, and
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see people being shy in the first round and
Yeah.
then pulling one out of the back pocket when they get a second chance. So
Right.
and then they can go on for quite some time. So
And
uh,
and really, we must thank Rajiv because people like us wouldn't even bother about poetry, and how he sort of, some of them have really come up like so well. I mean, they write so well, one can't even
oh yeah,
imagine.
I tell you, some of the folks we discovered, like
Yeah.
Kiran Jot, that guy from Calcutta, Kalyan Das. My God,
Yeah.
he
Kalyan,
is a
yes.
phenomenon.
Very.
He's a phenomenon. That guy. So let me. I was reading the American Poetry Review today, and usually I do find a couple of interesting poems out there, but uh, this time I had difficulty in finding a decent poem. So, like, give me a second. I just kind of okay. That's uh, I just found a couple of decent poems out here. Uh, okay, here we go. Yeah, my iPad sometimes. Okay, so here is a take on. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Remember this song, and that guy died recently. The guy who sang the song. I would
Meatloaf,
do anything
meatloaf.
for, yeah, Meatloaf. That's right.
Mm.
And the poem is titled "I would do anything for love, but I won't cook lobster. They are royal sea rubies and deserve better than a pinch of lemons and herbed butter. But I will shower hot enough to brighten you, make zinnias of your shoulders and steal the towels. When it's over, your water tattooed back, a garden before it fades. I won't shave anything unless I feel like it, but I'll wax whatever part of your body you request. I'm not an empath, so I won't cry when I do it. I will let your pain be yours. I won't give up coffee or pistachios or my dog. I know you wouldn't ask, but I like to be upfront about my boundaries. I bark mine like a seagull, touching my books, my mother's china, my chest, but you're fine with kindness. You wait for me to feel safe. I will always let you tease me about talking to my plants when I water them, if you let me tease the way your hips go stiff when we salsa. But even then, I won't plan another trip to Rome with you. Not this year, anyway. Not after we are given back the tickets, the calendars, the dinners, the sunburns we thought were waiting for us. Instead, let's accept the mail order lemon trees. Let's accept repeating puzzles we have already finished. Try the Paloma recipe again. Let's accept it's not what we would do for each other, but what we can do. And I can feed the sourdough starter we named Gizmo. You can return my bowl when you have washed it, but I won't let you say Pluto is not a planet. I miss the solar system symmetry. I miss the solar system symmetry. I won't agree that ghosts aren't real, even if you're right. I like a dose of fear. I like whispering back to the knocks on the wall. I won't release the balloons when you die because I love the sea turtles almost as much as you. Maybe it's a tie. I won't kiss anyone after you die for at least 60 days and probably longer. But if I meet someone who smells like you, I might invite them into the rain and keep my eyes closed. We can disagree about the shower curtain, can have days without texts. I can chide you about your state of tomatoes, and you can correct the way I say trilobite. And the only time I'll run is across the gymnasium in a pink dress, and the only time I'll give you up is in hearts, where I count the cards and know your hand, and yes, I want to help you shoot the moon.
Very good.
And this is such a heartwarming, like I say, a loving poem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Who's that by?
Oh, it's by Tracy Brimhall. So yeah, exactly. So American Poetry Magazine sort of it features new poets, some
Mm.
old ones, but mostly new ones. So it's always a surprise when a good one springs through.
How do you
And
spell a
this
second name?
Brimhall.
Oh, just normally. Okay. Grimhorn. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. It's Tracy
yeah.
with a I.
I quite enjoyed the poem. And the feelings it brings through. Puru,
Yeah.
our tagline of our poetry club is called "Poems for Your Soul."
Oh, okay, okay.
So, so that's and in fact, what I realized was that it is so proper, and it's a proper marketing trick.
Yeah,
I listened to a sort of lecture by Steve Jobs,
yeah,
in which he said, "We are not selling a product. We are not selling the iPhone. So don't bother about telling people how fast it is or how good looking it is.
yeah,
We are selling people a lifestyle.
yeah, yeah,
So you tell people about the values which the product embodies,
yeah.
not
Sure.
the product itself."
Right.
So I thought that resounded very well with our poetry club, where we don't want to tell people we recite or write good poems. We want to tell people that it's about your soul, not
Yeah,
our poems.
yeah. A good
Yeah,
tag. I mean, very thoughtful tagline, I would say.
yeah, it just sort of sprang on us,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Okay, you want to go next, Puru?
Sure. I found it in one of the trash bins on my laptop. So,
Yeah.
so so by the way, this is not for your soul. This is just for your smile. Okay.
All right.
Um, so it's actually kind of happened to me. So I thought, let me just write some. Actually, we
Yeah.
also I also belong to a poetry group, but it's purely just have fun. We just talk about mundane things in life. I mean, to the extent of the claws of a cat, So um, I'm just waiting for this. It's 9 o'clock here, so it's just
Yeah.
9 a.m. So I was getting a little
Right.
hungry when you're sipping your tea, Rajiv. So
Yes. Go on, grab your
okay.
sandwich.
Uh, Shut up. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It's
yeah.
okay. It's very soft.
Huh?
Yes, very soft though. I mean, it's you can go
Oh,
We
on.
can hear
You're
you.
much louder. Yeah, yeah. Go on.
okay. So here it is. One day in an aisle of a grocery store, a woman looked at me and said hello. Sir, she said, I need your help. Can you get me that can from the top shelf? She took good advantage of my height, and I felt sorry for this old woman's plight. I obliged her and then proceeded to the next aisle, but something about her nagged me for a while. I walked the length and breadth of the store, and this nagging started getting even more, and this nagging started nagging me even more. She was a desi with blonde dye hiding her gray. Her loose fitting Punjabi suit was masking how much she weighed. Who is this fat lady and where have I seen her? Is she from the seniors club? Where's mom's a member? Like my mom's a member of a seniors club, right? So, अरे छोड़ो अभी अपनी shopping करो. So this is another. I took Corona had just begun, so it's another silly, take it Corona. अरे छोड़ो तुम करोना अरे छोड़ो तुम करो ना अभी अपनी shopping. I may have just seen her somewhere in passing. I soon lined up to check out from this place. This lady came right behind me and closed up the space. I turned around and this time I said, Aji namaste. She replied, Bhai Saab, tamatar aaj the bade saste. I chuckled and then she chuckled loudly too. That voice and mannerism was so similar to that of Manju. Now, who is this Manju? All of you may wonder. She was my grade 10 neighbor, and I'd flirt with her Jan to December. I had to be careful as she was my sister's friend. If she tattled, oh, sorry, yeah, if she tattled, dad would be sure to take care of my rear end. Her beauty had garnered quite the wide attention, and on her account, my heart was developing serious hypertension. At any advances I made, she warned me, hey, mister, I'm warning you, get lost or I'll tell your elder sister. And this is the elder sister who's sitting right here. I'd immediately back off, say sorry, and then take off. Soon dad got his transfer orders and we were gone to a new town where now I had to find a way to carry on. I exercised months of self detoxification to get rid of Manju's thoughts without intoxication. The cure finally came as a pretty girl named Bela, whom I accidentally ran into at Sonpur Mela. Okay, that story some other Vela. Now back to the lineup with the thought still bothering my meandering mind. Bhai, kaun hai ye short and stout Motarma who's standing right behind? I turned and gingerly asked her, are you originally from India? She quipped, don't you see my big and bold lal lal bindiya? I chuckled again and she chuckled too. Oh my God, that chuckle was signature of my long lost Manju. She added, in India, I lived in Pune near Deccan Gymkhana. Later, our family moved out to a place near Bombay called Thana. Her revelations were soon fitting perfectly with Manju like hand and glove, and I was getting nervous to discover if this woman was truly my puppy love. Decades of a life together with Manju flashed back like a nightmare, with her starting off pretty, then mutating into a fur ball full of air. I began thanking the good Lord for making Manju not take my bait. Otherwise, I would have had to share a bed with little or no real estate. Finally, my trance was broken with a sweet voice full of cheer when "Hello, sir, do you need any bags?" asked the cashier. I exited the store very slowly, dragging my feet, waiting for Manju to catch up after her payment was complete. She caught up and I asked her, "Did you in Pune know a girl named Gurpreet?" I changed my sister's name, right? So, so just would have been just Beer, but
That was a younger sister,
yeah.
Younger sister's friend, Raman.
So she caught up. She caught up and asked her, "Didn't Pune you know of a girl named Gurpreet?" "Of course," she said. "Guri was my good friend from just down the street." Excitedly, she said, "What a small world. How do you know her?" I lied. That in Pune, Gurpreet was my good friend's sister. "Yes," she said, "her brother was a sweet, tall, and a lanky lad who was a good singer and often sang to me whenever I was sad. I miss Guri and Guru." So Puru, Guru, bana diya wahan. So I missed Guri and Guru when the family migrated to some other city. I often thought of the good times. Oof, the brother was so annoying, yet witty. How are Guri and her brother Guru? I often wonder. It'd be awesome if you could give me their telephone number. He shook my hand and then said, "By the way, my name is Manju." Hastily, I couldn't make up a better name, so I said, "I'm Sanju." Amused, she said, "Sanju and Manju, what a cool rhyme." I gave her my sister's number and soon it was parting time. I got home and began thinking about this random meeting. The world is so small, but her transformation big and unseating. She looked a different person, yet she sounded the same. How could this Manju have been my lost love and old flame? That night, when I went to brush my teeth before going to bed, that I that was staring at me from the mirror suddenly spoke and said, "Hey you sweet tall and lanky lad, your looks too have gone sour and bad. Your face is crumbling and your eyes now tell your age. You mid-aged man, you gave who gave you the authority to gauge?" That night was restless, and when in the morn I awoke, there was a text from Manju as she'd got the joke. "Hey, you mister, I got your number from your sister. You're such a big liar, Guru. Or should I say, call you Mr. Sanju? This is your old neighbor. Call me, please, as Manju." There was no heart emoji in that text, just a big sweet smile. I was happy to hear from her, and it was time for me to dial. So, so that was my little. So this I read.
Yeah,
We
Very
are like
good.
Very
these.
nice.
We're with you all the way.
yeah, yeah.
So
That's right.
actually, if you want, this had the theme of voice, na? Ke I recognize her voice, and she. उसमें एक गाना गा दूं मैं?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, yeah. It'll be fantastic.
Julian is he's volunteering to sing.
Yeah.
Yay.
Here it is.
It will be a Bollywood Hindi song, I guess. Just be.
Yeah. Bollywood Hindi. You know, when I came here, I stopped singing. I used to sing like when I was in India.
He was in Phillips and all, and
So I used to sing English and be very proud of singing. But when I came here, there was no
Beatles.
market for me. Again, Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
I had to market myself. You don't come to this place and start singing English. So
Yeah, but if you join our meetups, you will have a companion.
Cyrus.
Cyrus always has a song to belt out with his guitar.
acha.
So
So,
we welcome. Yeah.
so I'm going to karaoke it. That'll be. Is that the video that you were showing me?
Yeah,
Cyrus.
Cyrus,
Oh,
yeah.
so
yeah.
I also kind of play the guitar. So
Yeah, he
Oh
plays the
yeah.
guitar, harmonium, tabla, dholak.
Dare chodo.
Wow.
Now,
Okay.
give me the. Or is it? Is it MN?
So I think the next one definitely asks, is begging for a singing session.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the second match, yeah. And because Pari Joshi, who's a good singer, was also
75
saying
907. 95
that he wants to,
907.
join the group with the song. Uh, he sings old Bollywood songs. I don't know, Julian, if you watch old Bollywood movies.
Yeah,
A lot of Malaysians watch old Bollywood movies.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
listened to your friend. What was his name? Some Veer,
Uh,
Praveer.
Parveer. Parveer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really good.
So I like to stand and
That
sing.
guy.
So I don't know if you've guessed the name. Have you guessed the song?
Because it's
No,
on
no,
voice.
not yet.
So the reason why I picked this song is because of the poem. So
Mm.
Achha,
So
so, uh,
Manju loves Sanju.
नाम गुम जाएगा चेहरा ये बदल जाएगा मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है गर याद रहे तो नाम गुम जाएगा चेहरा ये बदल जाएगा मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है गर याद रहे वक्त से सितम कम हंसी नहीं हो आज है यहाँ कल कहीं नहीं वक्त से परे अगर मिल गए कहीं मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है गर याद रहे तो नाम गुम जाएगा चेहरा ये बदल जाएगा मेरी आवाज ही पहचान गर याद रहे जो गुजर गई कल की बात थी हो उम्र तो नहीं एक रात थी रात का सिरा फिर मिले नहीं मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है घर याद रहे तो नाम गुम जाएगा चेहरा ये बदल जाएगा मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है गर याद रहे दिन ढले जहाँ रात पास हो जिंदगी की लौट कर चलो याद आए कर कभी जी उदास हो मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है कर याद रहे थोड़ा गुम जाएगा चेहरा ये बदल जाएगा मेरी आवाज ही पहचान है कर याद रहे
Yeah.
Thank you. So this was in line with that, मेरी आवाज ही
Yeah.
पहचान है तो घर याद
Pehchan. That's right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
We should, but that also tells me that the music session should definitely be in Zoom because the music comes out better than
Better.
in this Meet Jitsi. Okay, all right. Thank you, Puru. I think that was brilliant.
Thank you. Thank
Both
you.
the poem and the singing. Okay, Jasbir, you wanna take it away with a song or a poem? What is your preference
So
today?
I haven't come up with a poem at all. I mean, I have prepared a song.
All right,
Can
let's.
I sort of, you know what? Y'all can have another if you the poem thing because I'm going to sing the sayonara. Bye bye.
All right. You're gonna take a
You can
sayonara.
want to
Okay,
song.
but we'll do a couple of more poems.
Yes.
Uh, Julian, I've been after hearing Puru's love endeavors. I am I'm pushed to put my offering forward. It's a pathetic offering as compared
No,
to Puru's stuff.
no, I
Uh,
mean, mine was just a joke, So, yeah.
well, yeah, it was pretty good, man. Okay, so here is a love poem. Uh, let's see how it goes, and it's called "How to Cook a Curry."
Oh, okay.
What smells so good? What's on the pot? I ask her, and notice her lips, very Victoria,
Okay.
and my face resonates with the shade. Oh, I was hoping you would drop by, she whispered, as she stirs and stirs with the wooden ladle, supple yet firm. When I played with the measuring spoons, trying to guess the amount of salt, maybe half a tablespoon would be enough. And then the sizzle of raw onions thrown into the hot oil jolted us back. The garlic and ginger followed, and despite the masala fuming in the kitchen, I refused to step back. She took the knife and carelessly sliced the tomatoes. With her hands bleeding, she threw them in, which is when I knew this room needs a bit of air, and stepped back to draw in a sharp, cold, regretful breath. Thank you.
Very nice.
That,
Very nice.
Very nice.
that's that is my cold take on love. Or, uh, Julian, you want to do something interesting?
Can't hear, Julia.
Julian, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah, sure, but I have no love poems.
You can.
I, I'm out. I did it your last Valentine session, and that was it. 3 out of 200.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hear something else if you got anything interesting.
So this is called Delivered. Uh, I was in a writing workshop over 10 weeks every Saturday with 9 other people, and we hadn't
Hmm.
met. We hadn't met because of the lockdown. It was all on Zoom. So then we finally had a, a potluck, and everybody came together, and this poem came out of it. So it's called Delivered. Delivered. And so we sit at the table partaking of the first meal since the lockdown, a potluck of the homemade, home cooked, home delivered, a gathering of friends, new and old, unmuted, unzoomed, live, in person, fully embodied, greeting each other like refugees, meeting on the dock, our boats having survived the treacherous crossing of middle class suburbia, and stepping back onto the shores of human connection again, wetting our cold feet and lapping up warm chatter about pets, pasta, pastries, prices, politics, and the pandemic. Always the pandemic. And thankfully, of our common love of books and writing and poetry. And missing sitting in darkened theaters with strangers to watch a movie or a play, or just chilling with a warm up pre concert cocktail, perhaps a Long Island tea or two before listening to an orchestra, fingers fondling keys, bows caressing strings, lips pressed against mouthpieces, hugging tubas, the tish tish of sticks on cymbals, being enveloped by the sense around sounds of music played by real, in the flesh humans. And in the end, there is laughter, ribbing, and the teasing out of each other's backgrounds, our reasons for being. Why the need to put words on rectangular screens? These unboxing of the isolation inside of us, this shedding of thickened skins, double vaxxed, immunized, and unmasked, fully ensconced in that most singular of human acts, the art of conversation, manifesting our ancestral DNA of gathering round the embers of dying fires under stars, trading stories, sharing opinions, and yes, even gossiping, just to know we are alive. We are still alive.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. It's kind of. I think it is redolent of all the isolations we have been through. So
Yes.
yes, you do need company. Thanks, Julian. I think that was wonderful.
That in person, that emphasis in person is so important now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And how did you use that Zoom term? You said unzoomed or something? Like
Yeah, unzoomed.
Zoom.
unzoomed. Very nice. Very nice, expressive. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
Unzoomed.
nice.
yeah.
Unzoomed in person. That's what you said? Like,
What was
something.
the
Uh,
line? Can you read that?
Hold in, just go back a bit. A gathering of friends new and old, unmuted, unzoomed, live, in person, fully
Yeah,
embodied.
unzoomed live in person. Very
Lovely.
nice.
Lovely. Yeah, I think
Because
the next. the next in-person meeting we have, I'm gonna steal that unzoomed from you, Julian.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't
Unzoomed,
invent
like
that.
Yeah,
Unmuted.
unmuted, unzoomed.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
No, but you know,
Then
unzoomed where we cannot mute people. You know, in Zoom we can easily. Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah, I am. By the way, I'm traveling to US next month, Houston and New York.
Ah,
So,
okay.
and I am hosting a panel discussion on my area. So I have every intent of building on this unmuted and unzoomed in-person panel discussion,
Right.
which is because the last 2 years it's been
Yeah, yeah,
difficult.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, we have still been holding those conferences, and I've
Mhm.
been talking virtually. But
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time, we are taking the plunge. So let's see who turns up. Hey, Jasbir, the mic is yours.
Okay, so it's like a sayonara. Bye.
Right, all right. We can start wrapping it up.
Yeah, you know.
Wait, wait.
Okay.
So it was. Do you remember the number? 104 something.
Ah, 1 7 6. Wait, I'll just.
I'm just gonna give her the song on
Right.
karaoke. So just give me a sec.
7 6
Huh?
104.
7610.
The second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here. Wait. You take the other mic. The other mic.
Okay. Sayonara, sayonara, Adonai, sayonara. और गलती कल फिर आऊंगी sayonara, sayonara, sayonara. आगे आऊंगी sayonara. और गलती कल फिर आऊंगी sayonara, sayonara, sayonara. छोड़ दे बाहों को मेरी बाहों को छोड़ दे मेरी बाहों को मेरी बाहों को देखा भी यूं समझा अपनी निगाहों को सायोनारा सायोनारा आधारे ढांगी sayonara. आती और बदलाती कल फिर लाऊंगी sayonara, sayonara, sayonara. चंचल शोक बहारों में रसमत साथे नजारों चंचल शोक बहारों में रसमत साथे नजारों तुझको भूल न पाऊंगी होगा मिलन गुलजारों में sayonara, sayonara. आधारे ढांगी sayonara. आती और बरसाती कल फिर आऊंगी सायोनारा 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 होगी रोज मुलाकातें अपनी रातें होगी रोज मुलाकातें अपनी रातें कौन फिर रोकेगा जी भर कर यार बातें सायोनारा सायोनारा वादा निभाऊंगी सायोनारा अपनी और गलत खाती कल फिर आऊंगी सायोनारा 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 Sayonara, Julian, is goodbye, bye bye in Japanese.
Yeah, I knew that, but I
Oh,
thought
you
you
know that.
didn't mean the song. I thought you were just saying it as Sayonara is going to be my last
Yeah.
poem or something. So the whole song is translated from a Japanese song?
No.
It's a movie called Love in
Love in
Tokyo.
Tokyo, yeah.
So where
Yeah.
So it just had the word sayonara in it.
no,
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
did, every Hindi movie is a musical. Basically, you've got so many
Yeah,
songs.
they put all these locations, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so at a location
In Japan,
in Japan, in Tokyo,
yeah.
this the
Heroine.
the heroine, the actress, she's telling the actor or her love interest that I'll come tomorrow,
Got it.
but
I got it.
yeah.
What is the movie and what is the song?
Huh?
What is the movie and who are the actors?
The movie is Love in Tokyo, and the actors are Asha Parekh and
Joy Mukherjee.
Joy Mukherjee. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love in Tokyo. Check it
Love
out,
in-
Julian.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, some of the newer Bollywood movies also has an audience in Malaysia. I was surprised when I lived out there. People used to rush to see a Shah Rukh Khan movie, or there were more people
oh,
filling more
huge. It's
huge.
a huge following here from all the three races. Everybody loves Hindi movies and songs.
I would be surprised if that's not a place on this earth where Indian
Yeah.
movies are not popular.
You would be
Anywhere,
surprised at the number of Malays who enjoy Hindi movies without knowing a word of Hindi. And they know all the songs by heart.
Yeah,
we
they
have
know
help
the
coming
song.
in from Philippines for mom and all. So there's a Filipino lady who comes in, and there is a Jamaican lady who comes in. Actually, she'll be showing up in a minute. Both of them. I sang Kabhi Kabhi, and I was
Oh, that's
so
huge. Yeah.
the Filipino lady said Kabhi 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 Kabhi. Yes. So it's really
It's,
awesome.
it's
And they know
amazing.
that the very famous one when I was young was about the one with the love of the elephant, right?
Oh yeah.
Hathi mere sathi, chal chal chal.
Oh
Oh yes,
man, that's a huge song, yeah. And the other one is Mishal to Nai.
Oh, मैं
Oh,
शायर
yeah,
तो
yeah.
नहीं. Yeah.
And that
That's
was
Julian,
from what
then
movie?
next time he'll sing it for you.
no. Next time
yeah.
Julian can sing because you're pretty much in tune.
Yeah, Julian will sing Mesha.
मैं
No,
शायर
I can't
Julian,
sing.
you practice that one.
You got 2 weeks to practice, Julian. We got to hear you.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
went on that. मैं शायर
Yeah.
तो नहीं.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, he was in key.
he was in key. Yeah, right. Very good.
That's the only line I know.
We'll send you the lyrics. Don't worry.
With karaoke. By the way, karaoke is really huge in Malaysia, and it's
Yeah.
not huge in India. I mean, I'm really surprised at how much fun you can get out of a karaoke play thing, a session out there.
Oh, we
So-
love it.
so-
We every second or third day we have a session here. He's with karaoke
Ah, that's
because it's
right.
got English numbers. It's got Punjabi numbers. It's got Hindi numbers. So we do all.
Yeah. So you use a what equipment do you use? Okay, before we discuss all that, can we just wrap up this session then? Because
Yes.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
will be
sure.
recorded and things like that, and then we can continue our gossiping. So with that, we end today's session, and we hope to see everybody on the next singing session. Of course, we'll check out if enough singers are available for that. I'm sure there will be. But all of us look forward to that. With that, goodbye and over and out from DPC. Let me just end the recording. Uh, Stop